close. But that's what makes me beautiful. That's something you should know.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is just going to be a little makeup declutter video. I'm super excited to declutter these makeup products, the products that I haven't been using, the products that are just taking up space. I am giving away the products that I haven't used or lightly used to one of my friends, and then I'm getting rid of the ones that are just old, crusty, dusty. Those are going straight in the trash. So that's kind of the plan for today. I kind of just wanted to declutter my makeup and I forgot to film an intro for the video, so here I am now doing that. I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's go ahead and get right into the makeup declutter. So first I'm gonna start with this thing, which is like on top of my makeup vanity. This is like my everyday like makeup that I do love to use, but there are some products on here that I just like haven't gotten around to trying, and I feel like I should just, you know, get rid of them because I don't see myself using the products. This I think I'm just gonna go and put in my purse just because it's like a small little travel size facial mist, and I feel like that'd be good to like just have, and it's like really tiny. I got it from the Dollar Tree and it's by LA Colors. It's the Cucumber Hydrating Face Mist. So I'm just gonna put this in my purse and just get it off my vanity. This Jaclyn Hill Skin Perfecting Blurring Tint from Jaclyn Cosmetics. This is something that I feel like I should potentially get rid of, but I've only used it a few times, but like within those few times I didn't really like it, but I spent a lot of money on it. Like this was not a cheap product, so I'm a little like torn. The packaging is so cute, but I think I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep this. I spent money on it. I'm gonna try to use it some more. I'm gonna keep all three of my powders, obviously, because, you know, I love these powders. I have these two NYX Liquid Suede Matte Lip Creams in the shade Sandstorm and Soft Spoken. I got these last year and I have not used these. Like, I kid you not, I think I swatched them. I've just never used them. So I feel like I should probably potentially get rid of them, but I'm gonna swatch them and I don't know, you guys. I feel like I'm just not like a dark lip kind of girl, and these are what like they look like. All right, I think I'm gonna declutter these. So I have this Essence lip gloss in the shade Happiness in a Bottle. I haven't really used this and I don't really like the color, to be honest. I thought I was, but I definitely prefer the clear one more, so I am going to go ahead and toss this. I have this mascara. Nothing's wrong with it. It's just, it's not supposed to be up here, so I'm gonna move it. So I have this LA Girl lipstick in the shade Nudie. Color isn't for me. I've tried it on my lips and I just don't like how it looks with my skin tone. So I think I am gonna pass this on. So this is kind of cleared out a little bit now in here. In my last video, I did talk about how this was kind of like not worth the hype, like this Natasha Denona shadow, but I'm gonna keep it just because it is pretty and it was free from Sephora. This is the Wet n Wild Brow Obsessive Brow Shaping Gel. I have mine in the shade Brown. There's nothing wrong with this, but it is dried out, so yeah, like there's literally like nothing left in here, so I am just gonna go ahead and toss this. So I just got this bronzer from Hard Candy, so I'm not gonna toss it, but I am gonna move it just because I don't want it up here in my everyday things. So I think I'm gonna keep these, but I'm gonna try them, give them a fair shot, and then if I don't like them, I'm gonna give them away. So I have these two pomades, one from Maybelline and one from LA Colors. These are both really dried out, so I'm gonna go ahead and toss these. I'm not even gonna try to like save them or anything because I honestly prefer brow pencils anyway over like using a brow pencil and a brow pomade. So I'm just gonna throw these away. This is another product from Jaclyn that I'm on the fence about because sometimes it peels on my face, sometimes it doesn't peel on my face. I don't know. But it's a cute bottle and I paid money for it, like a lot of money, so I think I'm gonna keep it, but you might see this in a future declutter. So that's pretty much it for this section here. I didn't really get rid of a lot, but I got rid of a few products, so I'm happy about that. Now I have like all of my lip liners and eyeliners in here, so I'm gonna go through these, see if there's any that I want to get rid of. So these are all of them kind of like all laid out. I'm gonna put the ones that I'm keeping back in here, and then I'm just gonna take the ones that I'm not keeping out. So these are the 3 lip liners that I am going to get rid of. I don't really use these. I haven't reached for them, to be honest. 2 are from Wet n Wild. 1 is from LA Colors. And I am just going to go ahead and pass these on. See if my friend wants them. And then if not, I'm going to throw them away. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and move on to the drawers. I went ahead and turned my brightness down a little bit so that way you could actually like see what's going on in here. So a lot of these are just products that I haven't really tried or are not supposed to be in here. These right here, they're not supposed to be in here. Isn't supposed to be in here. Put that there. I have this Profusion Soft Matte Blush in the shade Bellini. I personally don't like how this looks on my skin. I swatched it on the back of my hand and I'm just not a fan of the color. So I am going to go ahead and get rid of this. And then I also have this Perfect Pout Soft Matte Lip Tint in the shade Charming from Profusion as well. I swatched this on the back of my hand and I did not like the color. So I am going to also go ahead and get rid of this. I also have this Velvet Paint by Hard Candy in the shade Champagne Toast. Honestly, this was not what I thought it was going to be when I purchased it. I've only used it one time and I don't think I'm going to use it again. So I am going to go ahead and get rid of this as well. I have this that I also like never opened from Profusion, but I am going to go ahead and keep it just because I like it and I love the color and I want to try it out. So we're keeping that. Everything else in this drawer I'm going to keep because I'm going to use it for a video coming soon. Also, in case you're wondering, my Vanity is from Michaels. So I got these drawers from. Get the ones from Ikea. I'm not a fan of these. They're like falling apart. But see? Y'all see that? Ay, ay, ay. All right. Next drawer. So first I'm going to start with foundations. So I went through and took out the foundations that I was keeping, but I am going to go ahead and get rid of all of these ones right here. This CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made Foundation is beautiful on the skin. I absolutely love it, but I don't love the shade, and I find that if I have to use a foundation mixer, I just won't use the foundation. I've only used this like one time because of that. So I'm going to go ahead and give this to my friend because she'd match it better than I am matching it right now. These 3 I absolutely love, but they are super, super old, and I think it's time to just throw them away. And if I want to repurchase them, to repurchase a fresh new bottle. This foundation right here was like my freaking go-to for so long. I loved it. Same with this one. I loved, like, before I discovered primer, this was it for me. And this is like very like glowy on the skin. I didn't really reach for this one as much as these 2, but I am gonna go ahead and throw these away just because they are old and dusty, crusty. Nobody, you know, no, we don't need that. These 2 are not old. I just don't really reach for this, and to be quite honest, probably won't reach for it very often. So I am going to go ahead and get rid of this. I'm also going to get rid of this just because it is not my shade. I bought the wrong shade in this and I just never went to buy the right one. This is in the shade Fair, I think. And honey, this is dark. This is not fair. I don't know like what they're thinking, but this is not fair. So I'm gonna pass this on to my friend. And those are the ones I'm keeping. So for primers, I pretty much like keep up like with them. I don't really hold on to a primer that I don't like, but I think I am going to get rid of this Cover FX blurring primer, just not because it's not good, but just because I have like blurring primers like that I like more than this, like the ELF one, like this one. I like this one, or this one by LA Colors, only $1. I like this one. This does the job, but I just prefer other primers over this one, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass this along. Okay. Next we got this one here. Okay, so I have this Wet n Wild translucent powder. I'm gonna keep this just because I haven't given it like a fair shot. So I am gonna keep this powder. Jacqueline, we're keeping. She is being kept. So I've only swatched this from Hard Candy and I don't think I'm ever gonna use it. So I think I'm going to pass this along. So this I used one time in a video like a year ago, like on first impressions or something, and I haven't used it since then. There's nothing wrong with like the blushes or anything, but the highlighters are way too dark for my skin tone. So I am gonna go ahead and pass this along. I've swatched this one and I used this one. It's a very beautiful highlighter, and I also used these two blushes. Super gorgeous, but I'm gonna just pass it along. It's the Glowing in Grease by BH Cosmetics. I do like it. It's pretty. It's just not for my skin tone. Okay, so these powders I'm gonna keep, but I think I am just gonna go ahead and throw away this Wet n Wild Photo Focus powder because I've had this thing for years and this is a good powder. Like, don't get me wrong, this Wet n Wild pressed powder is really good, but I feel like I just don't need it and it's old, so I'm gonna pass it along. I think I've had this for like 3-4 years or something. Yeah, it's time for her to go. All right, that's what's being kept there. Now we're gonna move on to concealer. You're probably seeing this and you're wondering like, Savannah, why are you getting rid of these? Not because I don't love them. Like, I love the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I just haven't repurchased it because I've been trying to use my other concealers, but both of these are just old and they don't perform well because they are old and I just haven't had the heart to throw them out. But it's time to go. Like, this one is literally almost empty because I love it, and this formula, it does not perform the same because it's old and I need a new one. I'm gonna just go ahead, throw these away, but I am going to be repurchasing them, so they are gonna be back in my collection. Same thing with this Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. Mine's in the shade Cool Ivory. My e.l.f. ones were Rose Ivory. I absolutely love this formula. It's beautiful under the eyes, but it's old as sin. Doesn't perform well because it's old. I will be repurchasing this again eventually, and it will be back in my collection. But until then, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this one away. Then I just have these two concealers right here. The Jaclyn Hill one in the, I think it's in Ferrous Neutral. And then I have the Wet n Wild Incognito Concealer. This one, the Jaclyn one, I just do not like. The formula is not it for me. Not even gonna keep it because I just don't like the formula. I was gonna try to make it work for me, but I would just rather not keep this concealer. And then this Wet n Wild one, there's nothing wrong with this concealer. I just prefer different concealers over this one, so I'm gonna just go ahead and pass this along. I think my friend might want to try this, so I'm gonna see, but these are leaving my collection. So those are the 3 concealers that I am keeping. This primer water is everything. It shouldn't even be in a drawer. And then just really quickly, the same thing with the other pomades that I had. They're just old, dry. The formula is good. This formula is really good. I do really like this pomade, but it is dry and it's dried out. I've had it for a year, so I'm gonna go ahead and toss these both away because they are old and dried out and crusty. And I'm not gonna be repurchasing any pomades, I don't think, because I like a good brow pencil and it doesn't dry out. Thought I would never see the day, you guys, but it's empty. Put my 2 extra brow pencils in there. Alright, so in this drawer I have my bronzers, blushes, and highlighters. This is going to be a hard drawer for me to get rid of. I love this drawer. Let's start with highlighters. So I've managed to be able to part ways with 3 highlighters here. So the first one that I'm going to get rid of is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powder in the shade Blossom Glow. Not because it's not beautiful, but because I just don't use it. And as you can tell, I have enough highlighters. I do love my highlighters, so I'm not, I don't get rid of those very easily. But I am just going to go ahead and pass this one along. And this right here is a mini Becca highlighter in the shade Moonstone. I'm pretty sure Becca went out of business. I got it from TJ Maxx. This is a beautiful highlighter, but I am going to go ahead and pass this along just because I have enough highlighters and I just don't feel like I need this one, but it is beautiful. I do love this highlighter very much. I went through a phase when I used, this is all I would use. Time to go. Okay, and then my last highlighter I'm getting rid of is my ColourPop Flexitarian highlighter. Not because I don't love it, but because it is old as dirt. I've had this since my sophomore year in high school. She's broken. I'm not using her anymore. I'm gonna go ahead and just throw her away. This is everything I'm keeping. I can't. I'm not getting rid of these. Keeping up. All right, blushes. So I decided to get rid of like 4 of my blushes. I honestly just don't need like all these blushes. The first 2 that I'm going to go ahead and get rid of, not because I don't love them, but because I don't need them, are these 2 Wet n Wild Color Icon blushes. One is in the shade Keep It Peachy and one is in the shade Apricot in the middle. I just don't need these. I have a lot of blush and they're beautiful, but time to go. Time to make an exit. I have my Anastasia Beverly Hills Blush Trio in the shade Peachy Love. Listen, it's pretty. It's super pretty. And I can't believe I'm getting rid of it, but I literally have a whole like Jaclyn Hill blush palette and more blushes that more than one person needs. So maybe someone else can get some love out of this and some use. It is super pretty though. Like, I just love this packaging. I don't know why, but love it. But she's going. And then the last blush I'm getting rid of is just this LA Colors Rad Rouge blush in the shade Bodacious. There's nothing wrong with it, and it is a pretty color. I don't need it, you know? And then bronzers. I'm not getting rid of any bronzers today, so. All right, this is the last drawer on this side. Oh my God! You guys, these are the best nose strips, and I forgot that I even had them in my vanity. So that, but I'm really excited that I just found these. So I've found some stuff that I'm gonna get rid of. First up, I got this e.l.f. Retro Paradise Glow Up Body Oil. It smells amazing. The shade is a little dark on me, to be honest. And I don't need it. Not really into body oils like that, but I did keep the other one that I had from Profusion because it's lighter. But I am just gonna go ahead and get rid of this. This LA Colors setting spray I'm gonna get rid of. I don't need this. I don't reach for this. Probably never will. So I'm gonna just go ahead and get rid of this. I have this e.l.f. Dewy Setting Mist, the coconut one, in like the old packaging. I got this at TJ Maxx because I loved the setting spray. But I haven't opened it, and I'm just gonna go ahead and pass this along because I've never opened it. It's still in the packaging. It's the old packaging. Probably changed up the formula. I don't know, but I'm gonna get rid of it, see if my friend wants it. I do love the setting mist though. I do need to buy the one in the other packaging that is now out. And the last thing that I found in this drawer is actually a face primer. This is the LA Colors Smoothing Face Primer that you can get from the Dollar Tree. I've just come to the conclusion that I've just never opened this, and I haven't even gone through my other one yet. So I am going to go ahead and just pass this along. I haven't used up the other one yet, and I don't think I need this one. And that is everything that is left that I'm keeping. So we're down to 3 setting sprays and a body oil. So this is the other side of my vanity. So I'm on the fence about this palette. I don't even think ColourPop sells it anymore, but I bought it because I loved the packaging of it. And it's just like matte colors. I really like don't need it, but the packaging is just, it's so cute. I'm gonna keep it. I have this strawberry shake palette that I've never even used. Like, I don't think I'm going to ever end up using it. The palette is gorgeous, but I just don't really like hella color on my eyes. You can make neutral looks, but I just feel like neutral pink looks, but I feel like I have other palettes that I can do that with too. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and pass this along, even though it is a beautiful palette. She's a keeper. She's staying. This is where I struggle, because I don't need this, but I'm gonna keep it because it says Baby Got Peach on it. Man, this is going horribly. Probably never going to really do like an orange look. You know what? I'm gonna put this one to the side, and I'll decide when I go through my other palettes in my other drawer. This palette right here literally has never been opened, and I don't think I need to keep it. So I think I am gonna pass this one along because I'm not really into cool tone looks, to be honest. So maybe my friend is. We'll see. So these are like the eyeshadow palettes that I am keeping. Sorry if the lighting's off, but these are the ones I'm keeping. So this is my next eyeshadow drawer here. Automatically keeping this. This is not going anywhere. Automatically keeping this. This palette is super gorgeous. It is not going anywhere. Okay, so I have the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette from Morphe. I'm gonna keep it just because of memories. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it, and I'm gonna try to get myself to use it. This one is literally old as dirt, but it will forever stay in my collection because it's the first palette that I ever purchased that was kind of like high end, if you will, like a $40-something palette, we're keeping it. So I am going to go ahead and get rid of this Profusion Chocolates palette just because I haven't really used it and the colors don't really call my name like I thought they would. So I am going to go ahead and pass this along. These two palettes I am going to get rid of just because I've had them for so long and I haven't even tried to use them yet because I forgot that they even existed. So I am going to go ahead and get rid of these. I have the LA Girl Main Stage palette here. It came broken. First of all, never even bothered to try to fix it. And the shades, the plastic's still on it. Like, I've never even used this palette. This is a very gorgeous palette. I just feel like I don't need it because of like all the other eyeshadows that I do have. So I am gonna pass this along as well. But I love like this packaging. So this here I'm gonna keep because one of my coworkers from TJ Maxx gave it to me. Keeping it. Haven't used it yet, but I'm keeping it. Memories. This is where I'm at now. I've only kept 4 palettes. That's good from my other drawer. So I decided that I am going to keep this and try to make myself use it. If I don't use it, I'm going to get rid of it. But for right now, I'm going to keep it. Alright, so this is my next drawer. I'm keeping all of my eyelashes. They're pretty. I love to look at them. They're staying right where they are. In here, I just have like stuff that I still haven't opened yet, but I'm not interested in getting rid of. I am, however, going to get rid of this eye topper from LA Girl just because I've never even used her and I think that's a sign that I don't need to keep her, so I'm gonna pass this along. I've only swatched it. I've never like used it on my eyes or anything. Mascaras, if I'm being completely blunt and honest, this one, those two in there are the only two that are not dried out. And these are the rest of my mascaras and these are literally all dried out. I'm gonna throw all these away because we don't need dried out mascara up in here. Alright, that's it for this drawer. Just threw away my mascaras, keeping everything else. So this is the last drawer. These are just like extra tools. Then I'm gonna keep hair stuff. Keeping, of course. Okay, so I did decide that I was going to keep this e.l.f. lip balm in the shade Grapefruit. This is like, it's swatched. I just think it's a pretty color, and I forgot that I even had this, so I am going to keep this. And I feel like it'd be good on like a really, really natural day with like a little tint. But the rest of these right here are old. Haven't reached for them. Reason why is because they are old as dirt. So first you see them, now you don't. This is everything that I'm getting rid of and giving to my friend. Alright you guys, that is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you guys next time. Bye!